Assignment 3 Part B for MT201 by Matthews 17332253. All of the information discussed in this video has come directly from my other assignment submission, Part A, and as a result, all of the ideas used in this piece are correctly referenced there. During the research for this report, I came across some fascinating information surrounding Tesla. Unfortunately, there was almost too much information and a lot had to be left out. That said, here are my key findings. Tesla has without doubt revolutionized the supply chain for the automotive industry, where they are almost 80% vertically integrated. In the industry, the standard is to be about 80% outsourced, so it's in many ways a complete role reversal. Tesla's Model 3, which is the third of its kind after the Model S and the Model X, which this report focuses on, gets its minor components, about 50% of which come from the USA and Canada and 25% come from Mexico, the rest coming from the rest of the world. This allows them to classify the Model 3 as a NAFTA vehicle and as a result avail of the tax and tariff benefits, which saves them money and cuts down on costs. The other 80% comes from minor factories owned by Tesla, including their shared venture with Panasonic in the Gigafactory 1 in Sparks, Nevada, which produces the battery unit for their cars from raw materials and also recycles old batteries and reintroduces them to make new batteries. The process map for the Model 3 is also in many ways revolutionary, using an assembly line taking only about 40 steps and 90 minutes to go from frame to car. This is down from the industry standard of around 130 to 200 steps, saving a lot of time and money. Tesla directly sells to customers through their website. This means that their inventory levels can stay low to almost 0%, as they only start manufacturing when an order comes through. Lower inventory lowers costs for holding. It also means that the customers save roughly about 8.6% according to a Goldman Sachs report. However, there are issues. Due to Tesla skipping a vital testing stage, there were many production problems in the Fremont factory Model 3 assembly line, which severely slowed production. There was a decrease of output for the first quarter, an expected 60,000 units, plummeted all the way down to 10,000 units, leading to a shutdown in April to fix critical issues on site regarding automation and bottleneck issues. There are now also fresh worries that there will be a major recall of Model 3s due to Tesla making fundamental errors in production. This break seemingly fixed the issues, as the production level reached the estimated 5,000 a week model again in June. However, they now have a 23-month backlog for the Model 3 due to having 455,000 reservations, which at their highest level of output at 5,000 a week would take about 23 months to fulfill. This has led to almost 20% of reservations being cancelled as of August 2019. This is worrying for Tesla, as they have decided to work on 4 other variations of the Model 3, which will only add to the strain of an already high backlog. If I had to make recommendations for the future for Tesla, I'd start by saying that they are clearly fantastic, as their stock level and profit would show. Despite this, the first half of the year was a bit of a blip in their radar. So these are the 3 recommendations that I'd make. 1. Focus on just one variation of the Model 3 to produce, as it would give them an opportunity to deal with the 23-month backlog issue they have. 2. Consider outsourcing small parts of the business. Since they already have an 80% outsourcing level, they can afford to drop a bit. This will give them less work to do, and again will allow them to focus on the units per week and getting it up. Consider putting a reservation cap on their next car, the Model Y, so as to avoid the problems they had with the Model 3 backlog. So for example, put a 300,000 cap on the reservations for the first 3 years, and after that, again, reintroduce them for sale. I'd also like to say perhaps they should try to find more ways to expand their operations at Fremont so as to increase units per week.